Hey everybody, welcome back. We have Paul with TD, and you're out of our Northeast office.
That's right.
And Albert with TD out of our South office.
Yes.
And you guys will see these wonderful gentlemen around. You guys have been so helpful. You guys they were all at Ninja. They've been huge supporters of TD and have done such a great job. So I honor both of you guys. Thank you guys so much for coming out.
Thank you.
Yeah. A little bit about Paul, because Paul, you're new with us.
That's right.
So,
well, kind of.
Well, new relative to being on the meeting for the first time.
That's right.
And
well, that is new.
Not everyone may have met you. So tell us a little bit about yourself or some introductions.
For sure. Well, thank you so much, guys, for having us on the show. Really appreciate that. And I've been with TD for a while now. And but before that, I was with the Yellow Pages group doing online and digital advertising. But before that, I was with RBC, Scotiabank, and ATB Financial. So I've been around the block, but TD is my last stop.
Nice.
That's it.
Awesome.
So that's a little bit about me.
Very cool. So you guys have, and we had a chance to go through this earlier, you guys put together a really great presentation regarding the 10% down payment rule. So maybe we'll let you flip over to your laptop and you guys can take us through.
For sure.
Just give us one. There we go. That was fast. Nice work.
Snap.
Perfect. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so let's get into it now. Down payment rules have changed. Effective February 16th, clients who are purchasing between $500,000 to $1 million will need to slightly increase their down payment. So what's this mean for your clients? Minimal impact. Majority of the clientele, as you're already most probably aware of, does put down 10% when purchasing in this range. However, those clients who are only putting down 5% are still putting down 5% up to $500,000. In addition, they are putting down 10% for any portion above $500,000.
So here is one example. I've got a few to share with you, and I've seen lots of different presentations even on Facebook from lots of the different CIR realtors. So you guys are very well educated, but if you are having difficulty or if you're still having clients asking the questions, here's a couple of slides here that should help you with it. So here's a purchase price of a home of $600,000. Of course, the old rule would have been 5%, $30,000. You would think the new rule of 10% would be $60,000. Well, it's not $60,000. Right. And it's because of what Paul had said earlier. It's 5% of the first 500, which in this case would be $25,000, and then it's 10% of the next dollar, or in this case, the next $100,000, which would be $10,000. So in the new rule, the new format would be $35,000 down. In the old rule, it would have been $30,000. So only a marginal increase. And I think somebody said earlier that the average sale price in Calgary was $447,000.
Yeah.
So why are we even talking about this?
Right.
If you know what I mean. So minimal impact in Calgary, certainly more the Toronto, Vancouver markets, this is an impact. Here are the next 5, 6, 7, 8, 900, and up to $1 million examples on the next slide. You'll see that, again, in the olden days, you would have been able to put down 5%. Not that I've ever done that, because anybody buying $1 million property should not be putting down 5%.
Exactly. But
they could have. They could have put down $50,000. Now they have to put down $75,000. That's only 7.5%. So again, nowhere in that, or anywhere in that slide is 10%. You can see it goes anywhere from 5% all the way to 7.5% at the very extreme. So that's really it. That's the new rule.
Pretty straightforward. I love what you guys have put together here. Thank you so much. And I don't see the impact being huge on this. I don't think people need to worry. Some clients might say, oh, this, plus now the down payment rule changes. That could be viewed as a problem, but if you're spending $500,000, right? Put down 10%. I mean, like,
it just makes sense.
Yeah, if you don't have the extra, if it's $550 now, and you don't have the extra, $2,500 or whatever, like geez, come on, guys.
I think Albert made a really good point when he said, it's not going to impact you here, but I have friends in Toronto and Vancouver who have been, married, have, $120,000 a year jobs, and are still waiting to be able to put together a down payment for their first home, which for them is, small. But you're right, in those marketplaces, that could maybe make it a bit of an effect. But for us, it's really not the end of the world, because we have that choice to buy a home under $500, where in some other marketplaces, it's not an option to buy a home under $500.
And that's what CMHC wanted to do. They wanted to obviously limit those people in those markets. And as you said, they probably worked hard to get to where they're at as far as getting their down payment. But unfortunately now they're going to have to come up a little bit more, because at the end of the day, they just simply don't want someone putting down 40 grand on a $800,000 purchase. So
you guys mentioned, because you mentioned CMHC.
That's right.
What about Genworth, Canada Guarantee? What about these other insurers? Are they changing too?
It's the same rules apply for within all the insurers as well. So it's a government forced regulation, and so any other banking institution or credit union or brokerage, they all have to follow the same specific rules, and every insurer will have to follow the same specific rules.
Nice, good to know.
Interesting. Obviously, you said there's no changes at all right now for anything under 500,000.
That's right. So there's no changes whatsoever. Anybody that's purchasing under 500,000 will completely stay the same, 5% all around.
And Albert, are there any exceptions to the rule? Any first-time homebuyer exceptions? Anything else?
Okay. Nothing at all. If you're a first-time home buyer, you're following the new rule, whether it's under 500 or over 500.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, the good news is it sounds like a very simple rule.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
It's a very simple
So all you got to
rule.
remember is anything over 500,000, you got to put down 10%. Anything under 500,000, anything under 500,000, then 5%.
And premiums? Have the insurance premiums changed
Premiums
at all?
are the same. So if you're putting down anywhere from 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9% down, you're still going to be charged that 3.6% hefty premium that CMHC or Genworth charges.
Okay.
At 10% down, a true 10% down that is, you'd be charged the 2.4. So again, back to your point, definitely is wise to come up with that 10% down.
Is the premium charged on the portion above? Is that what happens? So if it's like 500, then it's a 5% premium on that portion, and then the $50,000 on the 10%.
No,
is that?
it's just on the amount you borrow.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
So whatever you end up having to borrow, so if you buy for $550 and you put down $55,000, which is 10%,
Oh, okay.
you're being charged a premium on $495.
So it calculates the net of the entire
Right,
borrow.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
got it.
Yeah, and
got
then that's added, of course, back to your mortgage if you want, which most do. I did a little calculation myself over the last 12 months. I did 25 mortgages that, in fact, had been purchased over 500. Two of them, only two of them, put down less than 10%.
Oh.
So there's another little impact in Calgary.
People are doing it anyways.
Yeah, people are doing it anyways.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because it's usually their second or third home, and they've hopefully capitalized on some market gains in the market, so they've been able
Right.
to
Use
put
that equity
10%
to put it
down.
into their next property.
And if you're savvy, you don't want to get charged with the CMHC fees either.
No.
So because it's not insignificant.
Yes.
So all right. I think I don't think I have any more questions on that. Let's go to the foreclosure draw. So how does this work? Kelly, you going to take us back to our slides here for a second? And you guys, tell us a little bit about it. How do you guys do the foreclosure draw? How does it all work?
Okay, so from November 1st to January 31st, we had a campaign running for all CIR realtors to participate. Any referral or lead provided to a TD mortgage specialist generated a ballot for the realtor. If the referral resulted in an approved mortgage, the realtor received a bonus ballot.
Nice. All right. So we
nice.
actually have this big box. This is like an actual draw here. So I'm just gonna shut that down.
So there's about 80 or 100 names in here talking about odds of winning.
Really?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Not bad odds to win what could amount to, I don't know,
Totally.
what's the average sale. So
Well, and I'll tell you with foreclosures, it's also foreclosures are all about the calls you're going to get off of it. You know, you're going to get a commission on
Yeah.
it. You might end up getting both sides, but the point is that you're going to get tons and tons of inquiries, and it just drives so much traffic.
I'm really happy to
what's
see
this
how
trick?
many people
Okay, yeah.
have submitted leads to you guys.
Oh,
That's
Perfect.
great.
Kirsten, I'm going to let you do the
do it.
honors of turning and getting it in there.
Oh,
It's
this
pretty
is-
exciting for somebody.
It's so much power in my hands. How long should I do this for?
Well, just for the drama, just enough to make it dramatic.
Should I do what you do and draw the first one
Yeah,
to
okay,
see who would
the
have
first
won?
one is just a practice one. We'll just tell you who might have won, and then just kidding.
No, don't do that. They might call me and be like, Paul, what the hell is going
Pass
on?
it to Paul.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
What do we got?
All right, everybody. We have Nanny O'Goody.
Nanny O'Grady.
Oh,
Nanny
wonderful!
O'Grady, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry
Good
for the
win.
mispronunciation.
So you can't see it on the camera, but Nanny O'Grady, congratulations. We'll have you guys get in touch with Nanny,
For sure.
and we'll go from there.
That's great.
Congrats, Nanny.
Man,
And thank you to everybody who's supporting our in-house mortgage specialists. They do so much for us as a brokerage. You have no idea even behind the scenes the stuff that they help us out with. So thank you for supporting them. It makes a big difference for us that they're in our offices and they're here because of your support. So thank you.
And I really appreciate your business that you refer to us, and please continue to do so because this will be an ongoing thing as well. So
Awesome. Very cool.
Thank
Cool.
you so
Thank
much.
you, Paul and Albert.
Well, thank you guys both, and we're going to be right back. We're going to have a short business tip, and we'll be right back with Nancy and John with Genesis and Travelers New Home Warranty.
Thank you.